Welcome to the Legalpreneur Podcast. I'm your host, Andrea Sager, founder and CEO of Legalpreneur Inc. As a serial entrepreneur and someone that works exclusively with small business owners legally protecting their business, I'm dedicated to covering common legal issues faced by business owners, providing you with the business knowledge you need to catapult your business's growth and showing you just how some of the world's most elite entrepreneurs have handled these legal and business issues themselves. In true attorney fashion, the information in this episode is not legal advice. This is for informational purposes only, and you should always consult with your attorney before implementing any of the information in the show. In case you missed it, our flash sale for Dream Bigger is now over. That crazy good deal that you'll never see again, it's gone. However, tickets are actually now 50% off. General, VIP, whatever you want, 50% off. Get them now because this event is going to sell out. I don't know when, however, it will sell out. We are so excited for this. We have Allie Webb, Danielle Canty, Pollyanna Reed, we have Chris Harder, Lori Harder, so many more big names that are going to be announced soon, so stay tuned. But for now, go get your ticket, 50% off, and get those rooms booked as well. I cannot wait to see you in Phoenix, October 5th to the 7th. Hey there, welcome back to another episode of the Legalpreneur Podcast. I want to talk about something that's been on my mind a lot lately and actually kind of stemmed from a TikTok video that did pretty well, and that is comparing highlight reels. So what I mean is comparing your present position to somebody else's highlight reel. I do this all the time. I'm like, oh my gosh, look at this person making X number of dollars. And I'm like, oh my gosh, why am I not doing that? We all have this, we've all done it and we've all been there. And then lately, I'm just very intentional about bringing myself off of that thought pattern because at the end of the day, what we see online, somebody's Instagram, somebody's Facebook, somebody's TikTok, whatever it is, it's their highlight reel. Like they're posting the highlights of their life. And something I'm working on being more intentional about is not just posting the highlights because entrepreneurship sometimes sucks. Like it's great, don't get me wrong, but so many ups and downs. And over the past few weeks, I've had a lot of ups and downs. And I'm like, I know I'm not fit to go work for somebody else, but some days it's just too much of a roller coaster for me. And so then I compare and I'm like, oh my gosh, why aren't I making this much money? This coach said they made $1 million from a launch and And so that's another thing that I want to talk about because that is their highlight reel. And something that I want to get very real about with people is the fact that they may not actually have made $1 million. We've all heard it. Oh, I made 6 figures in one launch. I made $1 million in 1 month, whatever it is. Most of the time I'm happy for these people, but then I get stuck in these moments where I'm like, oh my gosh, like why am I not having these huge months or why can't I have this humongous launch? And then I bring myself down to reality because I remember that I'm just a highly paid secret keeper. And I know that I'm not going to say a lot. I know of some people that shout those numbers from the rooftops that have a lot of issues. Like a lot of their people will ask for refunds because it actually wasn't that great of a program, or they didn't do what they actually said they were going to do, or they actually did book $1 million in contracts, or that many people signed up to collect that much, but maybe only a quarter of those people actually paid up front and they're set to collect the rest of the money over the year. And then half those people don't pay. So whatever it is, when you catch yourself in those little ruts and you're catching yourself getting triggered or feeling some type of way when people talk about, I had this kind of launch, I made this much money, 8-figure, 9-figure entrepreneur, I did this, I did that. Just remember, it may not always be true. Or even if it is that true, like you may not be realizing that it's booked numbers. So I've asked people specifically, I'm like, hey, when you talk about having these bigger, like this launch, you made this much in this launch, do you mean actually money was in the bank? Or like we sold, this many courses, that's the total amount we were set to collect over the payment period collection. And a lot of times it is just what they're set to collect over the period of payments. So don't get yourself down when you're thinking, oh, I'm not where this other person is. I should be where they are. You don't know the full story. And I feel like I'm just kind of talking to myself at this point to not get down on yourself when you see these huge launches or these huge numbers, because you don't know the full story and you're on your own path. And as long as you're in alignment with who you are and where you're meant to be going, things are going to work out. And that, like, ultimately, that's what it comes down to. If you are on your highest path and you are in alignment, you are getting things done, it's going to work out. Like, it is going to work out. It's all divine timing. So I encourage you, if you happen to get down on yourself quite a bit, or if you catch yourself with these thoughts when you see these like coaches talking about this or that, just remember, you don't know the full picture and you are exactly where you need to be. All right, you guys, that's what I have for this week. Don't forget to get your Dream Bigger tickets. They're 50% off. So many amazing speakers coming. We have free childcare. Let me know if you have questions, and I'll see you in the next episode. Here at Legalpreneur, we're committed to providing a supportive legal community for all business owners. I know how scary the legal stuff can be. If you found this information helpful, I would be so grateful if you could share it with a fellow business owner. And quite frankly, it doesn't cost anything to rate, review, or subscribe to the show. Your support helps me reach more listeners, which allows me to support more business owners in their entrepreneurial journey. Have any questions or comments about the show? Feel free to drop me a line on Instagram. I promise I read all of the messages and comments. And if you want to be a guest on the show or know someone that would make a great guest, simply fill out our application form and a team member will reach out if we think it's a good fit. I'll see you in the next episode.